Before we get into this video, let me just say this is not a how-to or an instructional video. This is just me making various attempts and to just show the whole process and that. And I'm not editing this down and that because I want you to see the pain and that I go through. This is going to be more entertaining for you than it was me. I suffered a lot through this. But I would like to mention, I apologise, I was wrong about something. Yep. Although I was right about something, I was wrong. So in the video you'll see me basically paint the neck rings of this Dalek set, give them a glossy finish. Well, a slight gloss finish, it's not very much, but rather than the pure matte finish that it is. Now the pure matte finish that they initially came out as, you know, is still a little bit off, but it is closer than this. So yeah, Dalek Sec's neck rings should not have a glossy finish, they should have matte. Initially I thought it was just the mesh that was matte and not the neck rings. But yeah, I got that wrong, but you know, at least I've admitted that. Let's see if Aldebaran admits any of his mistakes, like with the Destiny Daleks. Not the Destiny Daleks, with the Renegade Daleks. I keep calling them the Destiny Daleks because of the colour. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy this video, and my gosh, have a sit down. It's going to be a long one. Okay, so, the Daleks this time around have problems. Newsflash, yeah. So, in this video, it might be a two-part video, I don't know, depends how we go. But I'm going to be trying to resolve the issues with them, but we'll start with the simplest one to kind of resolve. The Supreme Dalek. So here we have the Supreme Dalek here, and the main issues we've got with this one is basically the discs on the eye are white, instead of, you know, being silver, which weirdly they are on the Renegade, though the Renegade has his own more major problems. And also the iris on the Supreme is also too small. Other than that, you know, not really too much wrong with it other than having, you know, an inaccurate sculpt. So yeah, everything about this one is going to be focused purely on the eye stalk and that itself. So there was a couple of ways I could have gone about this. I could have sprayed this with a clear gloss and then, you know, repainted the eye bit itself. I'm not going to do that though. Since I already have some silver spray paints, I'm just going to spray that silver because it would mean that the Renegade's eye would be incorrect. And for white paint, I'm going to try this really cheap 99p poster paint I got from Home Bargains. Because it only has to be a teeny tiny bit, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money just for a teeny tiny bit of white paint, because it's just the Supreme Dalek itself. Now, as for later on, we'll get to the other ones later on, but we'll start with this one and we'll just see how it goes. I think, let's see, what size screws are these? Let's try the slightly smaller one first. So we're going to do the tried and true method, and I'm going to show it as much as I can on camera. Are we zoomed out here? Yes, we are. So, if you don't know, as ever, there are 4 screws and that on the base of the Dalek here. And we're going to take all 4 of them off and put them to one side. Now, if I was just painting the eye itself, I'd probably just leave the eye, as in the iris of the eye. I wouldn't bother removing it. But since I'm painting the rings, and the rings are so close to the dome and that, it's, you know, easier to remove the eye. But the problem is getting the eye out is not too bad, but getting the eye back in is a bloody nightmare, particularly because with the, I don't know if you remember, with the Necros eye, I had a right time getting the rod in and out of that Dalek, because unfortunately the sculpt was actually too small for the actual rod itself. It was actually too small. So yeah, we'll see if this one is any better. I'm going to hazard a guess as in it probably isn't. But we'll see. So, base comes off there. Nice and easy. So we can plonk that to one side. I'll put these Daleks down actually until they are needed. And then we've got one screw, if I turn the light on this, one screw just up there at the top, just at the top there, which, so remove that. And as I said before in videos and that, an electric screwdriver does make this process much quicker and easier. There we go. And there we go, the dome is off. So thankfully there's nothing else we need to do with this, so I can just put the rest of the Dalek to one side. We've got two screws there in the dome to remove. Again, you can, obviously I know a lot of people by this point will probably know the process, so to those people you can obviously easily skip past this section. There we go. That isn't quite removed there. There we go. Right, now how loose is that rod? Not very. It is a bit tight in this one. I think I'm going to need the tweezers to pull it out. There we go, there's the little teeny tiny rod there, which I'm just going to gently put down. And there's the dome, which again, put that to one side. The eyes on these ones aren't actually too bent and that, so that's good. So what I'm going to do now is grab my masking tape. You can use, it doesn't have to be masking tape for this, you know, you could use anything as long as it's, you know, covering it up. So yeah, I'm actually going to tear the masking tape in half, so it's quite thin. One, to save on the masking tape, and two, to make it a little bit easier. I'm just going to mask all of that bit off there. And I realise I've just missed a teeny tiny bit of black just there, so I'll get a teeny tiny bit off there, just to, so that is, there we go, so that bit's fully covered. And now what we're going to do is use the other bit to cover the ball of the eye. This bit should be, you know, pretty quick, because I'm only going to need to do a little bit. Might do with could do with a little bit more actually. If I could get a really thin piece there and just put it. Around there, and then get another little bit. Let's see if this works. Right, so now it's only the discs and that's showing. Good. So what I'm going to do here is get my bin bag out and open up my bin, because I'm just going to do this in my room. And which one's this? Right, that's the clear gloss. We'll be using that later for something else. Here we go. Silver. It is silver gloss, not matte silver, but I could always respray it with matte later. Give it a nice good shake. Shake, 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 yeah, shake, shake. And I'm going to use, there we go. I knew this would come in handy someday. I'm going to put my hand in here because I don't have a glove. Just hold the eye in place and I'm just going to quickly spray it. Okay, that was a very, very quick spray, but I don't know if you can see that there. That actually turned out really well, actually. Actually turned out a little bit better, actually, than I thought. And just to show, it really does quite match the actual one. But yeah, I'm just going to... Where can I pop this down to one side to dry? Because this is quick drying, but where can I just plonk it? Can you stay down there? There we go, so I've just popped that alongside. I'm going to let that dry. So excellent. So while that's drying off, we can focus on the next thing. Dalek Sec. What is wrong with Dalek Sec? Well, not a lot of things. He has the least things wrong with him compared to everything else. I just noticed mine has a bit of a dodgy wheel. Kind of gets stuck as it goes round. I just noticed that. But yeah, the problem with the Dalek Sec is basically the neck section. It's completely matte. Now the mesh should be matte, but the actual rings themselves should be glossy. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna actually get some cotton buds. So here's some standard old cotton buds. We're going to get the clear gloss, and what I'm going to do is I am going to spray the clear gloss. Actually, I should put the cap on the other one, actually. Yeah, 1 minute. So we're going to basically spray the clear gloss onto here and then just rub it around the neck section, because unfortunately, unlike with a classic Dalek where you can separate the neck sections, with a new series one it's all one piece, so can't really do much. So I'm going to gently just rub it on there a bit, because the neck rings themselves should be glossy, but the mesh itself should be matte flat. So yeah. I'm going to see how well this works. I should have probably took off the plunger in that, but it's actually working surprisingly well. So I don't know if you can see, I'm just going round it gently. I am trying to miss out the mesh as much as I can. I'm not perfect with this, by the way. The good news is I've got other ones. I've got another one on that I can always experiment on again. We'll see though, it is making it look better and it is making it stand out in that more. Don't need a lot on. I should have maybe put a little bit less on. And I should have definitely taken off the bloody eye in the gun. Mainly the eye. Just going to use the other side of that just to take that little bit of paint off. But there we go. That turned out really well, actually. And yeah, it just looks so much better now. Actually, it does look better. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'm gonna go and just dab the rods, the struts going round, just to make them glossy as well. But yeah, there we go. So now the rings and that match pretty much the gloss of the rest of it. So yeah, now what I could do if I wanted to, I actually noticed mine has a little mark on the fender there. Mine just has a little mark there, I've just noticed on the fender. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, there we go. So that's, I could if I wanted to try and paint the rivets, but they're that small, I'm not going to bother. But yeah, that's basically the fix to Dalek set. Nice and easy, nice and quick. Now, with the bronze Dalek, there's a bit more issue. So I'm not going to do a complete repaint of this. I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is, first of all, I'm going to take off the gun, and the plunger, and the eye. The gun really does not want to come out. Oh no! Oh dear. That is bloody snapped up. That did not want to come out. Oh, fucking hell. That's a problem. So yeah, the gun has snapped off of this one. Oh dear. Can I glue it back on? Yeah. But God, I can't get the plunger blade back in. There we go. So yeah, the gun did not want to come out on this one. And it snapped off. It is snapped off there. That is so annoying because I can always glue it back on, but still. That's a bloody pain in the fucking arse, that. Hey God. Right, so I'm not going to attempt what I was going to do with the Dalek, which was take a cotton bud and basically blacken out the ball joints and that, because the gun on this one bloody snapped off as I tried to. Yeah, it just does not want to come out. I don't know. I might try taking it back to B&M. I might try taking it back. Yeah. I don't know if they'll still have any or not. The Renegade I'm going to save on another day because that is going to be a complete repaint. Anyway, let's see, is the paint dry on the eye? on the Supreme. And it's dry on there, it feels dry, so yes is the answer. So let's take off the masking tape. It's much easier putting it on than it is to bloody take this stuff off when it's so small. Oh, well, I'm annoyed about that Dalek sec that I've just bloody farted on with it and had to do that, so yeah. I'll see if I can take it back or exchange it. Or what I might do is get another one out of the other boxes and swap it with that one. Come on. Come on. God, this masking tape really does not want to come off. It's a bloody hassle to get it on, it's a hassle to get it off. It's nearly all off, come on. I don't want to bend the eye too much as I'm bloody doing this. There we go. So yeah, now the eye is glossy and it's silver and it's pretty much matches the silver this one. So yeah, well, at least not far off now. What I'm going to do now, I don't know whether I should keep the eye in or keep the eye out for this bit. I think I'm going to put the eye back in now just because it's easier to do this, to paint the eye with it in the Dalek, just so I've got something easier to hold. So I'm going to put it back in. So let's see if I can get that rod. Oh, the rod actually came in quite easily this time. Okay, so though again that could vary from wonk to wonk, so we're just going to do the reverse of what we just previously did and putting the Dalek back together. There we go, so the eye is back in, and we're going to put it back on the dome. There we go, get that as well. Oh no, but bloody hell. This screw that goes in the dome is always a bloody pain in the arse. Let's see, if I try and use this other screwdriver, which has got a bit of a stronger magnet. There we go. That's the only thing with that electronic screwdriver. It does have a magnet on it, but it's not the strongest magnet, and that's on there. I'll just hand tighten that. There we go. There we go. And finally, the base. Base is plunked back on. And we will pop the screws on. Remember, always go with, when you've got 4 screws, always go corner to corner. There we go. No screw, go in. Yeah. I'll have to find my bloody receipts, actually, as well. Or one of them. I'll have to find the bloody receipt for it. I do have it somewhere. I do have it. It'll be... I'm hoping I didn't just chuck the receipt out. I don't think I did. I don't normally chuck the receipts out immediately, but yeah, I'm going to try and take that back. And I know there's going to be someone on the comments saying, oh, well, it's your own fault. The thing is, though, they're supposed to be removable. That was something that was initially put on the boxes, I remember. Way back when. But yeah, they are supposed to be removable. But yeah, the fact that that one just snapped off like that was just, God. It's a shame. It is a shame that they just, you know, snap off like that when you try to remove it. I think if I try, I don't know, if I ever tried again, I'll try grabbing it from the very, very base of it. There we go. So it's all back on the base and that. It's looking better already. So now what I'm going to do, I've never used this paint before, so see, what I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to take the lid off. I was right, because I have a little thing to take off. There's a bit of paper and then there's a bloody foil one underneath. God, come on. Have I got anything to poke through it? Because it doesn't want to peel off that lid. Let's poke my knife into it, eh? There we go. Let's wipe my knife as well. Right, so I'm just gonna get a bit of that on a cocktail stick. On a cotton bud, sorry, not a cocktail stick. It's probably too much actually. We'll start with a little bit. Because I don't know how well. This should be easy to wipe off though if anything does go wrong. We're just gonna plonk it on the eye. Now what I might do now is actually, before I start doing that, is get paint on it, is what I'm going to do next apparently. Is get a, where's my blue tack, eh? When I need it. Where is my bloody blue tack? Where the hell is my blue tack? Give me a minute. Alright, so I've got a teeny tiny bit of blue tack there just to cover the dot. And I bet that paint's probably bloody dry by now. Oh no. Yeah, oh, this paint does not like that. I don't think this paint is going to work very well on this. Yeah, though I think this is too thick anyway. What I might do is cut the end. Let's just cut the end off this. So it's a little smaller nib, like that. And we'll try this again. I am using the wrong type of paint for this though, and I don't know if it'll work on plastic. But you know, it's worth having a go. Let's grab another to take off the excess. Yeah, it's just making a mess of it. The problem is I don't have a really fine brush. I'm just trying to think what else I could possibly use. I've got a fork here, I've got a wooden fork, if that's any good. Let's see. Unless I just try with my finger. I don't know. We'll try the cotton stick again. Cotton bud stick, eh? Yeah, we'll try that. I mean, if I put that much on like that, it'll work like that, but still, that's far too much. If I could gently just take, you know, just like bits of it off. think. We'll cut the end off this one as well. I think, what am I doing with my scissors? I'm just trying to, I'm thinking on the go here. This is not an instructional video, just so you know. Really, this is just me bloody... If I could make this a little bit thinner. Let me get this and trim it down a bit. What I really need, ideally, is an actual cocktail stick, but I don't have one. Okay, that's sort of working. Now all I need to do is get a bit more paint around the other bit there. And then we'll be sorted. I'm putting too much on, taking too much off. It's bloody going badly. Yeah, I've just ended up taking it all off again. I don't know, because I'm just trying to preserve the dot in the eye. I'm trying to desperately preserve that dot in the eye there, because it is also part of the sculpt. Yeah. I suppose I could just put paint all over it and then just let it dry and then just gradually take the little bits off. I could do that. Yeah, that's just making a mess, that. That's just making a bloody mess. Oh, do I have a cocktail stick anywhere? Something thin. Maybe the end of this fork? Yeah, worth a try. Actually, I've got a better idea. We'll put it on and then we'll take it off. Right, so we've got a splodge on, we've got too much on there, and we're gonna just take off. Take it off. Gradually take it off. So this is a method I definitely would not recommend. Let's see. Okay, so on it now, I don't know if you can see, but I can just about see where the dot is. So yeah, I'm just going to try and let that sink in a little bit, and we'll see what it's like after it's dried. And I might just do a tiny bit of black and paint the eye back in, and we'll see how that looks. Yeah. I mean, if I had brushes and that, would it be easier? Well, I don't know, because avoiding that eye as well, or avoiding that eye. But yeah, this method maybe not, but still. We'll let it sit in there and that for a bit. I might try calling up that B&M just to see what the stock situation is. Alright, so I don't know how long I can make this section come back. That has dried, actually, and it hasn't turned out too bad, actually. It has not turned out too bad. It could do with another layer, maybe. Let's see, though, if I can. I should use something with a pointed end. Oh, my knife. Yeah, I'm going to use my knife to scrape a little bit of paint off. Oh dear. Yeah, part of it is peeling off. Unfortunately, the bit round the rim is just peeling off. It still looks better being white, like, oh, it's just all just peeled off there. Yeah, all of it just peeled off. Apart from that little bit there. There we go. Yeah, all of it just completely peeled off. So that didn't work, is the answer. Yeah, it just peels off too easily. I think, I don't know, for now I might just leave it, the Supreme, as is. At least the eye looks better. And that's the fact that, you know, the thing is silver, but yeah. If I could get something like stick it to the eye and that, or just have a bit of blue tack and just put, yeah, what I might do is just put a bit of blue tack on that section there, on that dot, and then just pour the glue and that over it. So yeah, I might do that. I might put the little thing on the dot of the eye. As much as I possibly can. Try and make it as small as I can. I'll put a teeny little dot and that on the eye. The blue tack on, and rather than... though it has to be above the blue... I'm just trying to figure out a way to do this. I mean, I know there are other ways to do this. And people are going to be bloody screaming the matters in the comments, no doubt. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Oh, by the way, though, I did go to B&M. And, exchanged it for another one. Thankfully, they still had some left, so... hooray! So, yeah. Not really anything else than that to say other than that, and I think now I'm going to go put this camera on charge. Okay, ooh, let's get the focus in. So, I did manage to remove the ball joints on this one. Sorry, I can't have the camera any further away because I've got it plugged in, but I did actually manage to actually paint these ones. Yeah, what I used is basically a cotton bud, the end of a cotton bud, sprayed it the same with that, and yeah, it turned out pretty well. It's not perfect, but yeah, the good news with this one is since it has, you know, sort of an oily look to it, if you make any smudges and that, then it doesn't look too bad in that with that one. I've started blue tacking the hemispheres on this Dalek. Why? Because, well, tomorrow, hopefully, he's going to be getting a repaint when my spray paint arrives, so yeah. Okay, so this has taken me hours last night. It took me, I don't know how long, but you can see here, I have put the hemispheres, blue tack around all of the hemispheres on not just one, but also, I haven't quite finished on this one. I've nearly finished on it. That one actually needs to cover up a bit there. But I've been painstakingly going through, not just putting them on, but also then going over them and flattening each bit out so it's right against the hemisphere itself. So yeah, I've got 6 more to do on that Dalek. I can also probably, at this stage, I can also start removing the neck pins. Actually, I probably should have done them first, and that the only reason I didn't is because basically I don't want everything going all over the place. But yeah, I can do it now, and then I'll have to use the boiling water method to remove the slats. So yeah, I don't know if I'll show that on camera. If I don't, what I just do is stick this in boiling water, and then I can basically pull off the slats. So remove the neck sections on that one as well. I just pull off pretty easily, and I will also, I'll show it on this one, and that's afterwards, but I'm also going to have to importantly mask.
I don't know that one.
Alexa, stop. I guess goes off when I'm not bloody talking to it. What I'll have to do is also mask off any bits I'm not painting, because basically, as I found out previously with the Death Daleks, basically any paint will layer up and it'll make it extremely difficult, if not impossible, to put the others back on. So, yeah, I think it might be in here. Yeah, it's definitely in this one. Hey, so this literally did just come from Amazon, which is good because I just got back. So this is the paint I'll be using, which I've never used this particular brand or type of paint before, but yeah, this is basically the one I'm using. If I just show on Amazon, if I remember, I'll put the link in the description for this. But that's the one I'm using right there. So yeah, which is not, this is not cheap, by the way. It's not cheap. It was £10.26, which yeah is a fair little, you know, is more expensive for a can of spray paint, though it does feel like there is a lot more in here. Well, these are both 400ml actually, but this is much cheaper, by the way. This you can get like for under £3. This, however, nope. But you know, I'm going to do at least 2 Daleks for this. I might do ones in the future. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to mask one of the bands on one of them, but leave it on the other, because in the story there are basically 3 Renegade Daleks that use the Necros type sculpt, and there are also 2 that are the Shawcraft ones. But yeah, out of the 3 ones that are basically just reused Necros Daleks, one of them has a grey band on it, and also grey ball joints, though I think I'm just going to leave them black because I can't be asked to fart on with that. I also bought today some gloss spray paint. Does this have the same warnings as this? Heat overreaching children. Clean surface. Yeah, so I basically grabbed some of this to do the eye. I'm going to try two different methods. I'm going to initially try just basically dabbing it with a cotton bud. And if that's not satisfactory, then I'll take the full thing apart and then spray it outside and that. But what I'm going to have to do first of all is... Where's my blue tack? There it is. Try and get a teeny tiny bit of blue tack. I think this time I'm going to put it on the end of a screwdriver so I can then just dab it on. Actually, yeah. The problem is, this teeny tiny bit, yeah, that's still too big. That is still too big, so I'm going to try and half that amount. Okay, so took a bit off there. So I don't know if you can just about see that on my finger there. There's a little teeny tiny bit. I'll put that on the end of this screwdriver here, and then put it next. It's covering the pupil there. That actually worked pretty well. So now what I'm going to do, and I've never done this before, so I've never used this paint before, I don't know, I picked it up from somewhere in Hexham, actually. But yeah, there's white gloss. You gotta shake, 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 to shake, yeah, shake, 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 to shake, yeah. Oh, it's got a strong smell, I can already smell it. Do it as much as I can in that bin bag, and then tissue. I should have masked the rest of that eye off first of all, actually. Put this down. So stupidly I should have masked it off, but I didn't because I was being lazy, because at this point I bloody can't be asked. Oh, I forgot. I even got a little brush for it. I should have used the brush. Just a bit of this. So. Actually, it's not too bad. I'm going to put a little bit of hand sanitizer just on the eye there, because it's got alcohol in it, so that should help remove it. This is how it's looking. If it bloody focuses. Are we in the correct focus mode? Whee, the camera's on a bloody pivot. Alright, let's get the knife out. Actually, oh, for fuck's sake, come on camera. There we go. Where is this? There it is. I can just do what I normally do when stuff like this, just dab it with a permanent marker around this. Okay. So yeah, if I could get a black dot in the centre there. Let's try the needle nose pliers if I can. Not pliers, the tweezers here. Let's see if I don't have any fine black Sharpies at the minute. If I had a fine black one, I just put like a dot right there. Actually, speaking of that, I've got an idea. Let's get the matte black back out, which I've got here, and we will spray. Where is it? Something that I can immediately clean off. Trying to think, what could I use? I can just spray the very end, the tip of it, and just go dab. See, if I cut this, that'll be too thick. I mean, one of my screwdrivers, actually, screwdrivers, old ones. Have I got any old stuff anywhere I could maybe use and dab it with that? Oh, it's just like, what do I dab it with? Yeah, because my plan is now spray it with a bit of matte black on the end. I think with this I'm better. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to cover up the eye. I'm going to actually mask it off this time and repaint the rest of it. There we go. So I've masked that off. I think I'll just do it completely white, and then for any remaining little bits, I'm gonna just use. Where the hell's my blue tack gone now? I put one thing down that something else bloody vanishes. There's my blue tack. I was about to say I got a brush. A little bit more. It's in this bag. There it is, there it is, I missed it. Come on. Yeah, I did grab up a brush. So let's try the brush, eh? Let's try the brush with it instead, eh? I'll be honest, I think the cotton bug was actually better. I'm not joking, I think the cotton bug was actually better than that. I think we'll try the cotton bud again, because that actually worked out better than the brush. Mine was probably too thick as well. Get that on my finger. Getting there. Right, that's completely white there now. So yeah, what I think I should do, and I don't know why I didn't think of that in the first place, is rather than trying to avoid the eye, just use a permanent marker or something just to do a teeny tiny dot, and that a fine tip permanent marker. So yeah, I can leave that for now, and I'm gonna go sort them Daleks out though. I'll have to cook to that, 'cause I'm gonna do that outside. Alright, so I've got everything laid out there. I've masked them off and that. Well, that one around there, and yeah, also put the blue tack around the dome. So what I've got to do now is do this. I'm going to do this off camera so I can see what I'm doing. So me being me, I actually forgot something. I forgot to put some blue tack around the ball joints on one of them there. The other one I'm going to leave off. And that, because that's the one with the green MIG section, so yeah. Should all be good. I'm going to put these up right now and do the other side. Alright, so I've just finished spraying them. Let's put the light on, see how it looks as it's getting a bit darker. Yeah, they aim cover quite well. That dome has an uneven bit there. I might quickly redo those. I don't see any bits sticking out. So yeah, I might quickly even up the domes a bit, and then that'll be it. Yeah. Alright, so while the two other Daleks are outside drying, I managed to find my mum's black Sharpie. Yeah, I'm guessing I must have run out of mine at some point. Anyway, let's take the tape off this Dalek. Come on. This masking tape does not want to come off. Let's get the blue tack off first then. Let's put that blue tack. So on side. It keeps sticking to my thumb. It sticks to my thumb bloody better than anything else, this blue tack. Come on, stop sticking to my thumb. There we go. Right, let's see if I can. Really does not want to come off now. Oh, this is what I hate about masking tape. Like, it's this one particularly. It's meant to come off easy, it bloody doesn't. It's very sticky, this one. Let's grab my scissors and let's see if we can cut it open, hey? Oh, it's working a bit. You can see a bit of the eye there. Hey, it's nearly worked. There's a bit more blue tack there. Okay. Come in. You want to come apart. You want to. Oh, it's nearly off. It's nearly all off. It's just got a little bit more just there. There we go. Right, so as you can see, I've overspilled it quite a bit, but yeah, what I can do now is grab the black marker and just mark it off. I know some people hate me and that for doing this, but something doing, I've accidentally put a little bit too much. There we go. Okay, so I guess I need to. So I've accidentally put some into the ridge. That was clever. It was fine and then I've ruined it. Yeah. So I've accidentally put something to the dip. It would have been fine until that point. What I've got to do now is make a choice whether to go all around in the ridge or just leave it uneven. I think what I might do is just do the ridge then. Oh, I've made it worse! Problem is, this isn't a fine tip one. This one, like the other ones, if I just show this one. No, that one's not. I need a finer tip one. It's a shame that. God, I can never do this eye, can I? And my bloody tweezers have just fallen somewhere, and I don't know where. Got them there. No. Great. I'll have to find those in a minute. Oh, God's sake, man. Every time I keep farting on with this eye, I keep making... I start making it better, and then immediately I made it worse again. I'm going to have to go find my needle nose. My needle... Oh, fuck's sake. You know what. Wow, where are they? It's bloody pitch black out here. Almost, like... Even though it's like... what time is it? 5:05. Let's put the light on. Hello. Right. Okay. Right. Let's touch one of the rings. That's not dry. That's not dry. What to do? Set. Well, it's been just about 40, so I don't know. That dome's looking pretty. Let's pick it up and we'll have a look. So you can see some of it is dry, but other bits aren't. You can see it is much closer and that to the actual thing, even more than the previous character toy. Yeah. Don't really want to leave it out here any longer, just in case it rains or something. So, I think what we'll do... Oh, I can see some bits it missed. Just around there. I can see little bits around up there that it missed. Right, I think we'll put it down that way. Take a look at the other. Yeah, same on there. There's bits. Well, there's quite a bit it missed there and around the front. I got this from because my friend recommended it as the correct colour, so yeah, we'll see. I'll be pissed off though if it is still wrong when it's fully dry, but we'll see. So yeah, let's spray it a bit more. This one I'm actually going to film and do because I can't actually see what I'm doing. Right. Well, we'll leave them then for an hour or so and come back. I'm going to take the can in though. Right. So my tweezers have just gone missing. I don't know where the fuck they've gone. Literally, I saw them start to fall. I was just like, where the fuck did they fall down to? Honestly, don't know. I'm probably just going to have to get a new pen. I'm going to put that to one side because that's about to fall. Does that be any good? Ooh. Right. We're going to go back to way 1 again. With this. Not that. Why did I grab the black? With this clear gloss, no, white fucking. You can tell I'm getting bloody frustrated by this point, you know. And the cat falls down. Everything just can't stay up, can it? It bloody falls down at every turn. I'm getting it on my fingers, that's great. Ooh, it's making a kind of bubbly mess. Let's take it off that rig. Well, a minute. Got another cotton bud. There we go. Just to take. Needs a bit more white. If I had a white sticker and that was big enough for that, I'd put it on. Or should I say? But yeah, I don't, unfortunately. Still like a bit of a ridge to it. What do I do with the marker pen now? There it is. God, I have the problem. I don't know if you have this problem when you put something down and it just bloody vanishes then afterwards. Oh, I fucked it up again! I keep fucking it up! I keep fucking it up! Oh my fucking god. It's unbelievable the amount of times I keep fucking this up. God's sake. Basically, from eye stalks from now on, if it's like the bloody pupil and that, I'm just leaving the fuck alone. Because this is way too much trouble than it's fucking worth. Oh my god. At this rate, I should have just bloody painted the whole eye white and then just masked that off and done the bloody everything else afterwards. I think I did it. I think I got the perfect dab of white. But now I'll have to bloody, when that dries, I'll have to dab the pupil perfectly. Which is not going to be easy. Yeah, God knows how long this fucking video is. As you can see there. It's white now. So yeah, nothing else to do but let that dry and oh. Got white paint over the bin bag. Handles. So yeah, I'm going to have to go and clean myself up. And that I'm just going to leave to one side for however long. And yeah, it's just, I'm hoping after this one, you know, after this one and that, if I can get the pupil on and that, I'll just live with it after that, because God, this is just so much about being in the fucking arse to do. Hopefully the Daleks outside are faring a bit better, yeah. Okay, so it's the 11th of November today. Got an Amazon box here, so hopefully things have fared up a bit better with this one, but we'll see in a minute. Oh no! What the hell happened here? This is in a really flimsy box site, but Jesus Christ. I actually don't know if this is an official product or not. I don't think it is. It says made in China and everything, and that all seems off, very unofficial. I think this is a bootleg, but we'll have a look. Oh, it's an off blue. I think this is a bootleg, and that I was curious to find out, and I'm pretty sure it is a bootleg, because I'm pretty sure the original didn't come in bubble wrap. So yeah, I think this is a bootleg Doctor Who mug, which yeah, it's a bit of an off blue. It's almost doesn't come across that way as much on camera, but yeah, this is not an official one. This is a bootleg one, essentially. But I was curious, particularly the police box signage and that. But yeah, I was just interested in that to find out about this one, to be honest. It was just something that was sitting on Amazon for such a long time, and it's just an oddity, and it was on offer. I think I paid like, I don't know, £12 or something for it. So, yeah. Plus that box is very, very flimsy. Like, that is not like the actual boxes. I think we'll actually put it back away. The telling sign though that this is a bootleg product. So yeah, if you see this on Amazon, it is pretty much a bootleg product. Is there any information on it? Any writing? There is some writing, but there's a sticker over it, unfortunately. Wesco, this is not a Wesco. This is not the official product, no way. This is, yeah, this is a bootleg of it. But yeah, the other thing, this is also a bootleg, but hopefully it's a much more interesting bootleg. So I've seen these advertised for years, though I got this one on sale. I think, again, it was about the same price as the mug, I think. They were in various colours. I went for the black one since it seemed a little bit more accurate. Not as much like, but this is a fob watch. You can see you got the Gallifrey symbols and that on one side there. But on the other side, this is what we got. Open it up. So it does have a very powerful spring. Is this meant to have lights or something? Ah, I was going as extraction, or it's got a plastic protector on it, which I'm going to remove now. Here we go. So we got that, it's on a chain, so I can put it around my neck like that, or there's a regular sort of fob chain there, and that's so you can attach it to a waistcoat. It also comes with this other Gallifreying thing, which I'm not going to take out the bag and that just for now, but yeah, I don't know, I might do a separate review on this. Is this battery operated, or does it wind? I don't know, I think it's meant to light up or something, but I'm not sure how you work it, because there's actually zero instructions on how to work it. But that isn't winding up the watch bit itself, and it's not winding up the clock bit Oh, there, you pull it out to wind the clock. There we go. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 4:56 p.m.
There we go. So I've set it to the right time. Though, yeah, is this meant to have a battery or something? I don't know. If it does, I don't know how you would get to it without like jeweler's screwdrivers and that. Oh, there's a little ridge there. Let's see, I've got a screwdriver here. Can I get it into it? Can I get into it? Where's my little light? So yeah, there's the little ridge. Nah, I'm just taking the paint off it, unfortunately. I'm just taking the paint off it. I want it to bloody work. Like, is it a one that... I don't know if it's a one that you wind or it's a one that you take batteries for. I honestly don't know. Let's have a look at the Amazon listing, actually. Let's have a look at the Amazon listing. Let's have a look. Bronze watch with chain. It was less than that. It was more than that. It was $16.99. That clean watch. Blah 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 blah. To adjust on object scene. Country of origin China. Right. Doesn't mention though whether it's battery operated or not. Thickness. Ah, here we go. It is battery operated. Open the back of the watch. Take out the battery. Okay. Right. So yeah, you do pop. You are meant to pop off the back. Hey! I did it. I popped off the back cover. Where the fuck is the battery? That's what's inside. Where is the battery? There it is. There it is, that teeny tiny battery there. I don't know if I've got any of those. I don't know how to bloody take it out either. Yeah. Well, so it's got a dead battery in it. It's got a dead battery in it. There we go. So I'll do is I'll try and look out for a battery in that for it. I'm going to put that... I'm not going to press it back on, I'm just going to put it on like that. Just so it's not... I'm going to put it back in the box actually. I'm going to put it in the box like that, so then I can easily go and find another battery for it. But yeah, the battery is dead. The battery is dead. What battery does it take? Let me have a look. I'm pretty sure they sell these ones in Poundland, but it is... Too small to bloody read. LR37? I don't know. Can you see it?
This is a reminder. Check on garlic.
Dalek, not garlic.
This is a
Yeah,
reminder.
if you're wondering why I have
Check
paint
on
on my hand,
garlic.
I'm doing this while I'm basically repainting those Daleks. So, yeah. This, we'll see. We'll see with that one. I don't know whether I should have got the silver one, but the silver one was basically just chrome. And then there was a gold tinted one, so yeah, I don't know which one would be best. Okay, there we go. And I'm making just about to see. There we go. There's the dot. It should be slightly bigger, the dot, but I'm leaving it at that. I'm leaving it at that. Because I don't want to ruin it anymore. Go on, we'll have one little go. There we go, I made it ever so slightly bigger. But that's it, I'm leaving it now. I'm really leaving it from now. Yeah, it's time to go check on the other Daleks though. Okay, it's much later on. It's, yeah, a little bit sticky to the touch, but I decided to bring them in anyway, just in case, because I think it's meant to rain, possibly tonight. I don't know, but I thought I'd take them in just in case, you know, it did rain. And, yeah, that one could possibly need a little bit of touching up. But we'll see, but yeah, it turned out really well. With both of them, actually, yeah. There's the other one. And as you can see on that one, what I'm going to do, possibly give it a respray at some point, because there are some bits that could do with little touching up bits. But yeah, they turned out really well. And yeah, just looking at the colour itself, have I got a boxed one handy? Yes, I do. I do. So, just to compare, there's that, and there's that one. Which, yeah, it doesn't seem like a big difference, but believe me, it actually is. It actually is a big difference. I'll get the other one out and that and do a three-way comparison at some point. Where can I plop this? Just down there. So, yeah, don't know. I don't know if it's worth just doing the front bit of that quickly now. I don't know, but speaking of the other bits, which are in here, so there's the paint itself, masking tape, the slats themselves, which I think I'll touch up the slats themselves actually with a bit of the matte black spray paint. Ooh, they've gone very, very hard now. Mainly because also they've been sitting outside for a while. But if we take a look at the other bits, the rings, which are sticking together. because that one is very much still wet. Yeah, one of the rings was still wet. The others were like perfectly dry. So I don't know what's up with that. I'm gonna try and separate the rings. Oh, look at that, I got paint all over my fingers. But yeah, some of the rings were dry and then some of them were like soaking wet. I think it's because of the cold outside there is preventing it from drying as quickly as it otherwise would. See how my fingers are. Where's a bit of tissue to wipe it on, eh? What am I? I'm sitting on something. Oh, my torch. There we go. Now, what am I going to do about the struts on here? And to be honest, I might just leave them. Because if I just look at it, it won't look too distracting. It wouldn't be like, for example, if it was like when I was doing previously where it's like gold with the Supreme Dalek and I'm trying, and it's against the silver of like a Death Zone Dalek. That would, look really bad. What I'm going to do though is... so that one needs a slight touch up. So go for wood. Yeah, so that bit needs a little bit more on the front just there. Which I'm going to do by holding it inside this bin bag. I'm just doing a quick bit there. Just so that. And a little bit on the side. Now, it might be to the point where I'm getting it a little bit too thick. I don't want to do too much more. Yeah, you can see there just how wet it is. And that this one takes much longer to dry than the other ones. For example, the other ones I've been using, which the other spray paints I've been using, all of them do not take very long to dry. Work out, plonk that. There we go. The other ones don't take very long to dry. This one takes much longer. Yeah, this one needs a little bit around the front. It's a little bit splotchy. So. There we go. I've also successfully sprayed my fingers and that as well. Got some paint there on my step. Let's wipe that off quick. Yeah, I'll just... Ooh, a bit of fluff. I'm gonna get that off immediately. I'll just hold this in my hand to... Yeah, I don't know if I've gone a little bit overboard around there. We will see when it dries. But I think I've gone a little bit too much on one side. Like around there, I think it's... Though then again, I'm just going to have to wait for it to dry and we'll see how it is. I might be able to take some of it off. Ah! Here we go, this is what I need. Cardboard box. Which I can place it down in. There we go. I'll grab the other. There we go. So I can place them down in just inside this cardboard box. Here I can plop that box to one side. Let's have a look at the rings. I won't bother doing them too much. I'm just making sure they're not touching each other. And again, I'll put them to one side. They keep touching each other. Stop. Rings, stop bloody touching each other. But yeah, I'm overall quite happy with that. And the Supreme Dalek, actually, now that the eye's dried and that, it's not perfect, but it actually looks so much better. He does look a lot better, and that's not perfect, obviously, but you know, it looks closer to the thing than it did, so yeah. I'm gonna go now and wash this stuff off. I was having some ideas last night, because of certain things that went right and certain things that went wrong with this, and I'll show you the results in a second. I just noticed though, I opened another Dalek. I'll just show that screw, it's got bloody rust on it already. Yeah. That screw has a bit of rust on it and that already, which... bit worrying that. Bit worrying. But if we take a look at the other Daleks here, you can see that it actually turned out fairly well, actually. The only problem is a bit of a me one. In the fact that basically the blue tack, getting the blue tack off is a bloody nightmare. The best way to get it off is to basically... I'll show a bit like still on there. Yeah, there's a bit still on that one. So, is to basically put it all on there like a big thing, twist like that, and just pull, and usually it all just comes off like that. Most of it, but it's not perfect. So, yeah, they look a bit ropey, unfortunately. Now, I might try a different method for this Dalek. What I might do, if I take the dome off, hang on. There we go, because I thought I might as well make all three from the story. As I thought possibly I might either just manually just paint ticks, or if I get a strip here. Do strips bit by bit. And that, which is also a possibility. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have a think about that one. I'll have a think about that. But I'll do the third one slightly differently. I'll see how that turns out later. You know, I always can't just leave stuff alone, can I? I have to make things worse. Yeah, so I've tried on a third Dalek, and I've tried a couple of different methods on it. This one I'm actually just going to attempt to just paint the hemispheres back in, because the process on getting basically the blue tack off has left these skirts in a bit of a mess, and that anyway, and they are pretty messy. So I'm going to try this method, like basically, you know, they're shit, but I'm learning as I go with these. I redid a little bit on this one here, but yeah, this one's very lumpy and bumpy. I have added back in the slacks and that, and yeah, ball joints and that on there. So while I'm here, let's get the rings. Let's put the rings and that back on this one, eh? See how it looks. The reason I'm just doing all this as a long video and that's the top one, is because I want people wanting to feel my pain in this, but also just like understand like how long and how not suited I am for this. Where the hell did that ring go? It just bloody popped off. And God, it's amazing. It managed to pop off, fall into this box, and then fall out of the box. I've just got a mess of bloody boxes around us right now. I don't know where that went. Great, it's like something else I've fucking lost. Everything that goes on this floor just, I swear, fucking vanishes into thin fucking air. Yeah, it's fucking gone. Oh, for fuck's sake. Give me a minute, I'm gonna try and find it. Right, I managed to find the neck ring here. Oh, I've just touched the wet one. Fucking hell. There you go. It's so bloody frustrating. There we go. Thing is though, if it wasn't for Aldebar fucking up so much in that, I wouldn't even dream of ever attempting anything like this. I just honestly wouldn't. See if I can get the... There we go. Right, it's coming together. Slowly but surely. It's a ring. Last ring. On there, and then finally the smallest ring. And finally the dome. From there it looks fine. From like the top bit down, that bit looks fine. It's this that looks a bloody tatty mess. Because it is. And even this one that I've just done, there's lumps and bumps. I'm hoping it all dries out. I had to bring it in because it unfortunately started raining. So yeah, for that. See, can I get a screw? Right. Let's see if I can put this one together and. Oh god. Go in that bloody hole. There we go. gonna hang tighten it a little bit more. There we go. Actually, loosen it a little bit. There we go. Right. Now all I gotta do is put the base back on. And we'll put the screws on the base. I think I'll put that more rusty type screw in this one. Because this one I think is just done as is. But I think this one I'm the most happy with. This one has the least amount of problems. Though again, we'll see with that one. The reason I've done a third one as well is one, to experiment with different processes, but also is to basically also have the correct number of Necros style ones, because there was 3 Necros style ones in the story. And 2 Shortcraft ones. Let's get that final screw in. And there we go. So, yeah, he's pretty shit in places. To be honest, that skirt effect would actually look much better if it was a dead resurrection Dalek. But if we just compare it to like a previous release, you can see here this one is much more bluey grey than this one is. This one is matte grey, but this wasn't a million miles away. But then you've got trying to find that one there. There we go. Then you've got this, which is worse. Basically, it's far too light. If it was just a darker shade, it would have been fine. But yeah. Quite happy with that for now. Might clean it up a bit and that at some point. But this one, at least for now, I'm gonna leave alone. And that I'm happy with. Basically, from the MIG section up, very happy with that. But God, those hemispheres just make it difficult. It actually looks better around the back actually than it does the front. Yeah. I don't know if would I recommend doing any of my methods? Probably not. Probably not, but you know, as I say, everything is worth a try. And that's so you can try what you like and I can try what I do. And that's, I mean, some people may be better off, you know, you might just be better off hand painting. The good thing about spray painting is it gets a nice even coat and you don't get, you know, the brush marks and stuff like that, and it looks more like something, you know, that is just come straight out of a factory. And that, so there's that aspect to it. You can see these actually there, it's very lumpy bumpy there, not. But to be honest, I didn't bother as much with these because you don't see that bit in the centre anyway, because it's covered up. You only see the very edge, so it doesn't really matter as much. I haven't put the eye in this one yet, but yeah, again, like this one, it's the worst bit is that side there, really lumpy bumpy. But regardless, there we go, people, there we go. So, this is how that Dalek turned out, the third one I did. And I tried a couple of different things. with it, and yeah, what I tried with this one is just spraying the base, well, the whole Dalek around the base here, just completely grey, and then redoing the hemispheres. And yeah, I made a little bit of a mess of it in places. You can see there, these ones I tried just painting with a cotton bud. Those ones there, and they didn't come through completely well. The rest of them that are actually black, you can clearly see black, that was actually used with a permanent marker, and it actually worked a little bit better. Using black paint at the end of a cotton bud, they just didn't really come out very well, unfortunately. I also used a cotton bud for the mix section on this one as well, and yeah, it's very much a mixed bag, this one. Definitely the weakest out of the three. I mean, saying that, it probably has the least splotchy skirt out of all of them. So yeah, but anyway, there's your three Daleks there. This one also I did get bits of black and that all over it, though that shouldn't be too difficult to fix. If I wanted to fix it, I could do it now if I wanted to get a bit of paint and then just go round it again with a cotton bud to do the little bits. So yeah, as I said, like with the others, from the neck up, from the mid section up, very happy with it. But yeah, and the ball joints on there, this one turned out surprisingly well as well. Yeah, just moving them about and doing them. So hooray. And actually, looking back at the Supreme Dalek, I'm happy enough with that. I am happy enough with it. And also something I didn't mention because it was such a quick thing, but I kept forgetting to do it, is doing the black on the end section of the eyes here. So yeah, just a small little detail there. But it does make all the difference on that, and just making them that bit better. But as I said, a lot of people are going to look at these and go, these are terrible, why did you bother doing it? And to be honest, I wouldn't have bothered. This is the first time I've ever tried doing anything like this. And yeah, I think in future, if I was to do it again, I wouldn't use blue tack, even though it was much easier and better at covering up the hemispheres than masking tape was. I think I would still use masking tape because it's much easier to touch up a hemisphere than it is the other way around. So yeah, it's much easier to just touch up a hemisphere than it is that, particularly if they're black, like these ones are. But yeah. So see, when I look at them up from there, you know. But this is the accurate colour. In terms of colour, this is basically bang on to the actual thing, as close as you could possibly get to the actual colour and that. And thank you for finding that, who found this one and that on Amazon. So yeah, no problems with that there. So yeah, would I recommend doing this if you've never done it before like I have? Well, I'm happier with it now than I was before. Like, previously I just couldn't bloody stand it. It's a little bit tighter there. There we go. Before I just couldn't stand. Now I can. And the splotchiness I can always, you know, maybe one day I might take it apart again and just redo the fender, because that is something I could do. I'd have to get all those teeny tiny bits of blue tack that are still on there off and that as well, but that is something feasible I could do one day, is just redo, because as I said again, On the MIG section upwards, I'm perfectly happy with. Maybe not so much on this one, because again, this one I decided to basically use a cotton bud and do it, and it did work. It did work. Just not as well. Maybe if I went over it a few more times, actually. But yeah, I was also trying to maybe preserve a little bit more paint and that, because obviously these are used and that a lot more. In terms of using blue tack though, definitely use blue tack for the dome lights. Easily use that for the dome lights and that. Which that's what the blue tack looks like now. It's not very blue anymore. But yeah, that would be my advice. Blue tack off the dome lights and that, and the domes. This one turned out a little bit lumpier, actually. And the only reason that happened is, as I said, it started to rain. So this is why I kind of panicked a bit. And which is why this MIG section here wasn't painted like it was, like the other ones were. Basically, I had to bring it inside, and I was, I just wanted to get it over and finished as quickly as possible. So that's why that one ended up like that. So yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. But oh, look at the time. What time is it actually? Yeah, it's 1:45. Okay. So yeah, it just annoys me so much. But if they hadn't been completely off, like there's there's bits where this is off, and that from the bronze it should be, but I can still live with that. It's still By the way, also on camera through here, it looks a lot more gold with this bright light shining at it. It actually looks more accurate than that on camera when you shine a bright light through it. It doesn't look like that in real life, by the way, though, just so you're aware. But this, I can still live with that. I can still live with that, It won't be like a sore thumb as much compared to the others, whereas those just were. They just did not fit in. The colour was just completely off. It was completely off. It was far too light. It was basically the same shade as the original Destiny releases, not the B&M ones, but the original Destiny releases. So yeah, I'm glad I did it though. I am glad I've done it. So yeah, maybe one day I might go back and improve them. I mean, I probably won't. I probably can't be asked. And that, but yeah, it's still though, it's an experience, and it means I had. You could say 3 tries. It was really 2 because, again, these 2 were done at exactly the same time. And this one, this one was me just experimenting, trying a different method with it. That base really is loose on that corner bit there. Let's try and make it a bit mental. There we go. So yeah, with this one it was more of an experimentation. I even considered, because I've got spare one. In fact, I've got 2 spare ones. I wonder what happened to the other one. Yeah, I should have 2 spare ones. But I even considered repainting one of the Supreme Daleks and to become a renegade. The only problem and the only things that stopped me from doing that is because one of, again, the hemisphere issue, which would be a bit of a pain in the arse, but also would be the dome lights. Obviously the dome lights on the Supreme Dalek are orange, whereas on a regular Dalek they are just clear with the black rim, which is still on there, thankfully. And that's what, yeah, I wonder what happened to that other one. I'm not quite sure. I should have got one there, and I've opened up. Oh, of course, it's underneath all these bloody bits of cardboard. There it is. So, yeah, I now like, though it does mean I now like this set a lot more, and that. And if you're wondering why this video is being so long, so waffly and that, this is not like a tutorial video. This is just me experimenting, trying things, and trying to document as much of the process as I possibly can. So, yeah, let me know if you want me to ever do any more like this ever again, and that, because who knows, with the fuck ups the way they're going, I might just try it again. So, yeah, but there we go, people. There we go. Alright, so it's the 13th of November, and I'm guessing this is probably a big finish. Is the focus working properly? Yes, there we go. So here we go. Here is the War Master Volume 10 Rogue Encounters, which I've only listened to 1.5 of the stories so far in this. So, yeah. So I can't really comment much on it, to be honest, at this stage. Like, the first story is basically the War Master basically trudged through a planet for an hour with another person. It's still entertaining, but like that's basically what that first story is, until basically the twist bit at the end. It's also interesting how quickly this one actually came out, because still waiting on those 60th anniversary Once Upon a Time releases. Still waiting on those. And you know, they're in just standard jewel cases with a slipcover on, so yeah, it's not like, shouldn't be too hard, but yeah, still waiting on them. Anyway, this next one. This isn't here. Right, so I probably will do a separate video on these. In fact, that video might be out by the time you're seeing this one, I don't know. Who knows? But this, in here, this is the silver version of the watch, although it's more of a chrome finish. This one actually has a little tab on there for the watch actually to stop the battery running out. So yeah, we've got a, you know, regular fob type chain. We get this. And then this one's more of a necklace type one. So let's remove that little bit of plastic, which wasn't on my other one. Yay, the battery's working on this one. So yeah, the black one I have, which is just over here actually. So yeah, the black one I had to get a new battery for that one because the battery was dead. And that, and yeah, I mean I could have returned it and that to Amazon, seeing that the battery was dead, but God, I'm sick of returning things to Amazon. So at least then I know to have a fresh battery, but yeah. Now it does have the problem of being, you know, chrome rather than, this is really more chrome than actual silver. So yeah. Oh, and bits of the box are falling over. So yeah, the only obviously this is basically just, you know, a standard fob watch that they've put this design on top, because obviously on the back you've got this, which is not accurate at all, and even the clock face itself is inaccurate. So yeah, but still, I do like it. I do like them. Then there's this one, which isn't in a box, unfortunately. This one just comes in a pouch. It is slightly cheaper than the other one, though. it is slightly cheaper. I think this one's $12.99, whereas those are, I think, $16.99. You get other chains than that in there as well. But this is the other one, which looks almost identical. However, it is considerably thicker. Also has a different design on the back. But the main thing with this one is it has a more correct face on it. So it makes it more accurate. Although the way the Gallifreyan design is cut into it, I'd say it looks better on this one than it does this one. Like the edging and that. Also, this one is a lot more shinier than the other. Is there any glow in the dark? No. So yeah, there is this one which is cheaper. And that, and yeah. I do so like this one and that as well. So this one is the cheaper of the two. But I don't know which one I'd recommend over the other. What else did we get in this one? So, oh, that's nice. Look, it's a battery. Yeah, I didn't actually check. Is the clock actually working on this one? Yeah, the clock's actually ticking already. So, yeah, I've got another spare battery. Great. I've got another spare battery, so that's useful. And then we get a standard fob chain. And that as well, so yeah. This one has the necklacey one and the fob chain one. I think with this one, don't know. This one I'm going to remove the necklace type chain. If I can I remove it? There we go. I'm going to remove the necklace type chain on this one, and so there we go, it's the Doctor's one now. So if I want it to be the Master's one, I'm going to add this, which is a lot thicker than that as well. This one is a much thicker chain. This is going to be fiddly to get on. There we go. So there we go. It's now on the chain. So yeah, regardless of anything else, and that they are nice, you know, just as fob watchers. That one, okay, this one has a much better closing mechanism, actually. This one, you know, you can just nice click like that. Whereas these ones, much powerful spring, but oh, that one actually does close properly. Yeah, my black one never wants to close on that properly. When I push it shut, for example, on the black one, when I pop the black one open like that, you have to really press it to get it to click like that. Normally I just do it like that, so yeah. I don't know why that one is so much more difficult, but yeah, it's a lot stiffer. There is also a gold one on that as well, but I do quite like the black one actually. I do quite like the black one. Yeah. I think because it's less chrome and that than the others, it still is, you know, sort of a black chrome finish, but I'm talking about as a watch. In terms of accuracy, probably this one, maybe. Like if this one had the nicer sort of edging in it that the other one did. So yeah, plus also that one has the nicer packaging. Like still, I do like it. I do like it. So yeah, basically, there we go, people. There we go.